My guest this evening is Nwamaka Chiejina. Good evening, Nwamaka. Good to have you.
Hi, good evening. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Lagos, you're here as well, so you need to come close and listen in so you can make the correct claims and not say it is fictitious. No, it's not. Anyways, let's get into the conversation so we understand how to make our claims, especially whether it is dealing with an accident, theft, damage, whatever it is, what the process is. I would like you to walk us through it. And let's even start with, okay, let me even paint a scenario.
Okay.
Right. So one gets into a car accident, as we can expect. I've heard several people come down from the car, and the next thing they're exchanging words as opposed to doing something else.
Yes.
You're not even willing to ask the right questions. What is a person expected to do when they find themselves in such a situation?
So I would say the first thing, do not panic.
Okay.
It's very easy, when you have plans and then there's an accident and it just disrupts your plan. It's very easy for you to get emotionally riled up.
Right, true. Let's not even lie.
Yeah, do not panic. And another thing we always try to emphasize is be safe.
Okay.
Yeah, so it could happen in a remote area, so we also prioritize the safety of our customers, and we always try to ensure that when there's a claim, ensure that you're in a safe environment to calm down. Sometimes you could be driving at night.
Right, that can be actually scary.
Exactly, or very early in the morning, you don't even know who hit you. So you really have to be very careful. So we always prioritize, your safety and we always encourage you to be emotionally conscious, be calm. So like you said, it starts from an exchange of words.
Oh my goodness.
Sometimes it escalates to exchange of blows, and sometimes it actually leads to even more damage to the vehicle than initially, than what happened initially. So yeah.
I've actually experienced, I've seen one, not experienced it personally. So I was coming straight to work, and two men just decided, okay. So one bumped into the other. He was trying to explain, or they were talking back and forth at each other. Next thing he comes, takes his wheel spanner and bashes the next person's windscreen, and I'm like, wow, that's extra expenses that you do not have to incur.
Exactly.
That is, taking. It's just going over and beyond, because you could just have asked for his insurance details, and if he didn't have, then you now know how to go about it. But hey, I'm not the I'm not the expert here. That's why we have you here explaining things.
Okay.
And once we've gotten, so we're safe, we've come out of our car, we've observed our environment.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the next? Okay.
Take pictures.
Okay.
We always like to ensure that everything is documented. Take pictures, because once you leave that scene, you cannot recreate it.
Very true.
So ensure that you take pictures, and where it involves another party, they usually would require an exchange of information, right? So those are the things that we try to ensure that on the scene, on the spot, we get those things. So once you've gotten those, we have several ways by which you can reach us. We have your sales advisor. We have our contact center. So you can reach us,
find a means,
and then we would walk you through, because usually in instances like that, people want to talk to people.
Right.
Yeah, they want someone to walk them through that process. And so we have different ways. If you talk to your sales advisor, he or she walks you through on the steps you need to take, the forms you need to fill, the documents you need to provide. Even if you come in through our contact center, they are also knowledgeable, and they would also walk you through the process up until the point where you get paid.
So I'm going to ask this one, because I've heard people also, instances such as this. At what point do I need a police report?
So yes, a police report is very important, but not in all cases. So the whole essence of the police report is to help us determine the extent of liability. It has details of the people involved in the accident. It also states, who was at fault, and it more or less validates that incident actually happened.
Right.
So yes, there are some critical scenarios where we need the police report. For example, where it's a theft case, where it involves injury to a third party or even deaths, where it involves vandalization, or where the damage is quite extensive. You would need a police report for those.
Okay. Well, you've just said that for the major claims, you need that. What of in instances where they're just minor scrapes and scratches? What then happens? Is it still, do I need to still go through the whole process? Or I just say, okay, so it's just something small now. I'll just go and meet my mechanic by the way and he'll just paint it or do something. It's just small body work, right? So that's fine. Or what exactly am I supposed to do? Do I still need to come report or come back to you and my insurance company and say, okay, so and so happened, but there were just minor damages. Maybe it was just a mirror or it was just a scratch on the side. What exactly am I supposed to do?
So for minor, we know that minor damages do occur. Right. Sometimes even the damage in question might be a part of the vehicle that is essential in your driving. For example, your side mirror, right?
Right.
So we have made provision for things like that in the policy to say, okay, where there is a damage below 50,000, go ahead and fix. We'll do a reimbursement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, we have taken into cognizance that things like that do happen. Instead of going through the whole process of, lodging, waiting. I mean, if you're going to work in the morning and it happens on your way to work, by the time you get to your office, your mechanic has come to replace the side mirror.
Right.
So long as it's within that 0 to 50,000, you can go ahead and then we'll do a reimbursement. Also, we have designed an application for claims of between 0 to 100,000. That is seamless. You just go to the application, log in your details, and in 24 to 48 hours, you've received payment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we encourage our customers to use that platform. It is seamless. You don't even require anybody to walk you through. The steps have been detailed on our website.
I like that. It's just, when certain things are in fine print, some people find it difficult to follow through. So you're always like, is it true? Is it not true? But we'll get to that. Earlier on, while we were talking, right, you said, take for instance, right, a person gets into an accident so early in the day or late at night.
Yeah.
And by some sad chance, whilst the person is trying to sort out their car, vandalism happens, or worse, a theft occurs. They come there, they dispossess the person of their car. What does the person do, and how does the person get? How does the person make claims in that instance?
So what we encourage is for people to contact us immediately. Usually for theft cases, the sooner the better. Yeah, so, contact us immediately. And since it's a theft case, it also needs to be reported at the police station.
Right.
So that also is required. Now, obviously, because it's theft, we also need to see how we can go about recovering where that is a possibility. And where that isn't viable, then we work with trying to do a replacement or a payment for the sum insured value of the vehicle.
Okay, I like that. It's not that you're just left in the lurch. No, you figure out your problem on your own. But in the interim, right, here's me just asking, what if in the interim, are there provisions for, so obviously I still need to get about my activities. Are there provisions for such, or is it until when the cars or the car is available, that's when I can go back to having my car, or are there other provisions to help in the interim?
Okay, yes. So we have Uber vouchers for customers who have experienced a claim. Yeah. So we have that, and that is obviously based on the value of your vehicle. The amount would
cover that as
exactly.
well.
The value of your vehicle determine how much you would be given as Uber vouchers.
Oh, okay. I just needed to, because I've heard where certain people would say, you found yourself in that situation, sort yourself out. And that can actually just, dampen a person's spirit.
True.
You're already in the rut. It just, puts you further in there, and you're just unhappy, and you see people. That is when people just, they become more uglier than they usually are. When it comes to situations like that. But talking about claims, some have also made claims or have said that even trying to process their claims takes almost forever. How true is this? Can you enlighten us? Is it at this specific times? Because I know, like you said, okay, one, if it's a car incident that happens, immediately you need to take pictures for proof. If you need to also get to the police to report it. So what other things can one do so that you have quick resolution when it comes to your claims?
Okay, so what we've noticed over time that has led to some delays has to do with documentation.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so once we experience delays in the customer sending us their documentation, that really elongates the process, right? So we always try to encourage them to please send all documents. Once you send all documents,
it makes it easier.
It makes it easier, right? And we also have, services that help hasten the process. So, for example, we have partner garages.
Oh, okay.
So, a person is involved in an accident, and you opt to use our partner garage.
That's actually better.
Yes,
Makes life easier.
Very, very. They could pick it up, you could drop it off.
Right.
An assessment is done, they fix, and they return it.
And you go about your way.
Exactly. I think the only thing you need to even give us is just the claim form to just narrate what happened, and then you don't need to bother, and they return your vehicle to you, do a joint assessment, and, the claim is gone. And I also mentioned we also have the fast-track claims where 0 to 100,000.
That's easier.
That's, seamless.
I like that. Finally, before I let you go, in a minute or less, if someone is unsure about their coverage plan, what's the best way to get clarity before, even trying to file a claim, or before they know what next step to take?
Well, yeah, we usually would encourage our customers to review their policy documents.
Okay.
Right? We send hard copies for newly onboarded customers. We send soft copies for renewal policies, and for you to really understand your coverage and what we would be paying for, we would always encourage our customers to please read through their policy documents, so you are aware of scenarios and what you're expected to do and the things you're supposed to provide. That also helps, in making things really easy for the customer.
All right. Thank you so much for, taking time to explain all of this. So it's really not difficult once you want to make your claims. Just make sure that you have all the proper documentation in place.
Yeah.
And it will just be seamless.
Very, very.
All right, Lagos. I'm sure you've gotten all the information that you need when it comes to making claims. However, to learn more about the AXA Mansard insurance policy plans, what you can do is visit them on their website, www.axamansard.com, or call toll-free 0700 AXA Mansard. Social media platforms are also available for those who, always looking at fast tracking and the likes. You have Facebook, you have Twitter or X, and you have LinkedIn at AXA Mansard. However, on Instagram, it is at AXA Mansard _. That is how we draw a curtain today and for the week on the AXA Mansard Safe Cruise. It's been an interesting session. So, Lagos, I'm hoping that you do the right thing, keep yourself safe, and make sure that you have your coverage at all times. But more music lineup for you here on Smooth 98.1.
AXA Mansard Safe Cruise. Brought to you by AXA Mansard Insurance PLC. AXA, know you can.